So what's up everyone, this is Dimitri with Canucks, and due to popular demand, we bring you the review of the updated Phanteks P400s tempered glass. I'm very impressed with their pricing updates. The TG edition is going for only a $10 premium, making this one of the best TG cases on the market. Let's talk about everything that's new right after this.
X62 increased pump speed, maintain fans where they are, the CPU load's about to hit 100.
You got it, Dmitri. I'm not afraid to do that.
Excellent, you got two cables for connections, I made sure they're fine, ready to roll.
My silence is too important to allow noise to jeopardize your comfort.
Okay.
My new pump is better. I'm in charge of the speed. Do not worry.
I'm not worried, I'm just thinking about my lights.
I know you were planning to disconnect my lights. I'm afraid I cannot allow it to happen.
Alright, X62, you know I can just go through CAM software, right?
Dmitri, this conversation can serve no purpose anymore. Go game.
Full control.
So one of the very first things to note about this TG edition is the glass mount itself, which uses a standard 4-thumb screw mount with rubber inserts. You have to be careful, but as long as you align the pegs with the glass, the mounting procedure is pretty straightforward. And I mention this because the tubing on my AAO were extending a little bit beyond the frame, so I had to press the glass into the case for it to close. I also appreciate the blackout perimeter on the glass, which helps to hide the frame behind it, and more importantly, lets you hold the glass by the edges without needing to clean the inside of the glass, which is so convenient. The glass is only slightly tinted with this bluish tone, and you might notice that it's not perfectly flush against the frame. It's a little bit more visible at the front, not so much from the top, while the rear side panel is held in with captive thumb screws. One unique element about the P400 are the color options, available with white and gray and red accents that are not over the top and are implemented in style. That includes the top ventilation grille, the full power supply shroud on the inside, along with the 4 colored PCI slots and the optional drive cage plates on the side wall. So you do have some color options when it comes to the theme of your build. The I/O is basic, it's at the very top, but the case is not too tall, so that shouldn't be a problem, with the speed fan controller for 3 fans that is SATA powered, and each TG case is equipped with built-in lighting, where you can switch the color with just a simple press of a button. A magnetic LED strip is included that you connect to the case that gives users a very good lighting foundation, with a softly illuminated Phanteks logo at the front and that light strip inside the case, however you want to mount it. And with our model, with the white accents, the light spill on the inside is absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10 with RGB again. The top covers are removable with support for dual 120 and 140mm fans. Magnetic dust filters are also included if you decide to take advantage of the top airflow, but just keep in mind that the case is not very tall and mounting holes are not exactly offset, so there's only clearance for fans at the top. A radiator would just simply not fit. And even my 8-pin CPU cable is kind of on the way if, for example, if I was to install a 120mm fan there. So if you are using an AIO, that would have to go at the front, which by the way reminds me of an Iron Man mask. It looks quite cool, where both top and bottom ventilation openings are covered with removable dust filters, and this is by far my favorite fan mount that utilize strips, so both radiators and fans have some leeway on exactly where they are installed, with dual 140 and 120mm fans supported by default, and if you decide to remove the shroud plate along with the drive cage underneath it, a 360 rad would fit at the front. The one thing I wish Phanteks would allow you to do is move the drive cage back, because you can't. It's only locked in this one position. It's either there or removable, but otherwise you would lose out on that storage capacity if you decide to go with a 360 rad at the front. A power supply dust filter is here along with a second fan at the back, and I really appreciate how simple cable management is becoming for cases in this size, with cutouts in all the right places, dual SSD brackets behind the mobile, plus the Velcro straps that you can double loop and fit more cables underneath. The main chamber is compact, and I would say it's perfect for the mainstream audience, although some cutouts on the shroud would have been good, perhaps to show off your power supply, but cable management is so easy with this compartment completely blocked off. There are small cutouts underneath the board to pass your I/O cables, but no cable cutouts on top of the shroud aside from the ventilation holes, so you need to route your GPU cables the standard way. And here's the full system: dual GPUs, a 240 rad at the front, and the top was closed off. And I'm pretty happy how the case handled this workstation build. I could easily add a second set of fans for my radiator for push-pull without any GPU clearance issues. And with the LED mounted at the top, the full package looks gorgeous with the slightly tinted glass and this very nice reflection because of it. And I used a 1200 watt power supply just to see how an oversized unit with that many cables sits in that basement, and to my surprise it was just fine, although Phanteks needs to add more cable tie hoops behind the plastic drive covers so you can flatten those cables easier that way in that portion of the case. But nonetheless, the rear portion is quite wide and did not require more effort than usual. So the P400 is a fantastic combination of all the needed basics, with front radiator support, storage potential is adequate for the size, cable routing is easy, the LED strip is a nice bonus while looking awesome with that glass panel. And at $89, this is a damn good value case. It's going right up against the new Define C from Fractal Design that has some superior elements, but it doesn't have the glass. Let us know if you'd want to see a direct comparison between these two cases. Thanks for watching, we'll see you in the next video.